Hello there, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. It's great to be with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, g'day everybody. I hope this weekend finds you keeping well out there wherever you are. It's nice to see the comments coming through of where everyone's tuning in from. We got Detroit represented, Australia, Pennsylvania, Australia again, more Aussies, Maryland, San Diego, Montana, Cameroon. Amazing. So I'm going to play a variety of material for you all this evening. I really enjoy these live stream concerts because there are no rules. You can play whatever comes to mind. And this is a song that I posted a lesson for on my YouTube channel today. It's called Summertime. Let me know if y'all can hear everything okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings, and you'll tear to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With daddy and mommy standing by. Good fun. Saw a good request in there to play Flow, and the request was to play it without a capo. That's quite specific. So I'll give it a shot. Hopefully I don't mess anything up, but without the capo I might miss a few things. We'll see. I do have this guitar tuned down at E flat for any scholars out there. Here we go. It's Flow. There we go. That's an original composition of mine called Flow. I hope you enjoyed it. So for those of you who are just tuning in, we have a virtual tip jar set up for these live stream shows. Anyone who enjoys the music and would like to leave a tip, it's very much appreciated by me. It's not required for admission to the show. It's a free show. But if you'd like to leave a tip, then thank you so much in advance. The link to the tip jar is joerobinson.com/tip jar. It should be pinned as the top comment, and it should be in the video description as well. So thank you in advance to anybody who feels they'd like to leave a tip. Okay. Kind of gonna switch back and forth between acoustic and electric. Kind of keeps it interesting for me as well as you. I'm gonna do a song called Borders. This is off my 2020 album, Borders. The title track, that is.
Stand between us now. Borders are keeping me from you somehow. I'd go under the radar if I could. I'd be a camouflage stealth man sneaking through the woods. Passport, yes sir, I got to swab my nose, enter in my shoes. Borders are all that stand between us now. If only I could fly 1,000 miles to you, you could be my bride. Work somehow across these borders. I'd swim that ocean great and wide. I'd dig through the earth to the other side. I'd sell every single thing I own tonight. I'd leave you one more day alone. Borders are all that stand between us now. If only I could fly 1,000 miles to you, you could be my bride. Make this dream come true. Babe, I need you more than I ever have right now. But we'll make this work somehow. Across these borders.
Borders. There we go. Any requests out there? Feel free to throw them my way. How many hours do you practice? Not enough. I wish I had more time to practice these days. But I do spend a lot of time recording and filming and all that kind of stuff. Marty V says, do you use a different capo on each guitar? Not really. I have a couple of capos that I go-to capos. In fact, I have two of these shub capos, which are basically the most basic capo you can get. Basically the most basic. There you go. There's great grammar for you. These are like a $20 shub. I think it's called the C1. And I have two of these, and that's pretty much my go-to. I also have a G7th capo that I use sometimes, but I don't perform on stage with them because they just kind of not as sturdy. They fall off sometimes. I don't know. I just haven't had great luck with them, but that's the capo I use. Walk, don't run. Let me tune up first. Question, do I play other instruments as well? Not really. I play a little bit of bass. Well, I like playing bass, actually. I really am kind of a frustrated drummer. I would love to be able to say I play drums well. But if you heard me play drums, it's probably not what you would say, but I have a good time doing it. There's a bit of walk, don't run. Okay, I saw a few requests for People Get Ready. I love playing that song, so I'm going to play it.
there's a train coming. It's picking up passengers coast to coast. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just climb on board. And people get ready, there's a train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board them. There's hope for all among those love the most. And there ain't no room for the hopeless sinner that hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner, for there's no hiding place among the kingdom's throne.
Just a great song, written by Curtis Mayfield. Well, we have a virtual tip jar set up for this live stream. I try not to mention the tip jar too much, just every 15 minutes or so. So if you're enjoying the music and feel like leaving a tip, thank you in advance. The tip jar link is joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR. And also, if you don't feel like leaving a tip, there's ways you can help. You can share the stream. If you're on Facebook, just hit the share button, that helps. And also, this is something I'm trying out, I have a coupon code for my website if you want to buy my CDs or vinyl records. If you use the coupon code STREAM, 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 then you get 30% off the music. It doesn't apply to tabs, but it does apply to digital downloads or vinyl records or CDs. So there you go. You can use the coupon code STREAM at my website if you want, joerobinson.com, in the web store. Okay. Here's an old favorite. I always laugh when I play because I have so much fun, and sometimes I'm just laughing because I love the cheeky nature of music that swings like that. It's just got personality to it. Here's a song that I think is one of the most beautiful tunes ever written. Trying to find that comment. That is maybe my favorite comment on any of these streams. It was, "My bath water's getting cold, yet here I sit." I love it. I always love hearing about people's routines for listening to these streams. This is number 70 now. I think that's amazing. We've done 70 live streams. But I know a lot of people in Australia tune in, and it's Sunday morning there because Australia's living in the day ahead. And people will say they clean their house while listening to the music or do other things, and that makes me real happy to know that people are tuning in and appreciating the music. Any requests or any questions? I had a great Zoom call today with some students, and we chatted about all kinds of musical ideas. It was good fun. Turn off the air conditioning to do these streams because otherwise you'll hear the forced air blowing in the mics. But it's really brutally hot in Nashville today, and so my guitars are all going flat because the temperature's rising in here. Do you rate Guthrie Govan? Guthrie Govan's incredible. Absolutely amazing player. We're going to be together at the Steve Vai Guitar Camp, the Vai Academy 6.0, I believe it's called, out in Las Vegas in August. Guthrie Govan, myself, Steve Vai, it's tons of great, amazing people. Tommy's going to be there. You should learn Sunny Days by Diego. Normally, I don't like any question that begins with "you should." But Diego is a good friend of mine, and he's a brilliant musician. So, I like that comment. Someone requested some Beatles, so here you go. I got a good question from Dave here. The walking bass. He's requesting some walking bass tunes. Here's a tune called Fleabites that has a walking bass line. Caleb, Crazy Caleb's Amazing Life says, how do you get good rhythm? That's a very good question. Rhythm is, I think, one of the most challenging things to develop on the guitar. Some people have a more natural sense of rhythm. Some people have a more natural sense of melody. And I find that I always want to play things too fast. So getting control of the rhythm is something that we all have to do to some degree. And yeah, the metronome, Goran says, yeah, Caleb, metronome all day, every day. That's pretty much the gist of it. I like to practice with the metronome on 2 and 4, so I'll just go 1, 2, well, I'll turn on the metronome. 1, 2, 3, well, that's very fast. So if I slow it down to like 50 beats a minute, quick metronome lesson here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll practice like that. 1, 3, 1. And that kind of is a really good exercise because having the metronome on 2 and 4 just helps you kind of have to be responsible for the pocket of the tune. So if you can pick a few songs that you're working on and practice them with a metronome on 2 and 4, that's a good place to start for getting the rhythm going. Biker Man says, Joe, can you do a tutorial on how to play chimes sometime? Yep. That's a good idea. I haven't done one of those on YouTube for a while, but I did a big breakdown on my Zoom call today on the chimes. Christoph says, Switzerland, love your versatility in terms of musicality and guitar playing apart from your tremendous chops. In terms of practicing, how do you get this versatility? That's a really, really great question. I think as a guitar player, it's great to be able to play all kinds of different genres. It's great to be able to play a little jazz, a little blues, bluegrass, folk music, rock music, progressive music, studying the classical songs and classical melodies, classical composers. There's just so much good music out there. And I think that it's great to think of music in terms of melody, rhythm, and harmony, rather than jazz and blues and folk and everything. So a great melody can be played with a funk rhythm. It can be played with a jazz rhythm. You can approach it in a million different ways. And melody is really the timeless thing. Chord progressions and harmony is really an amazing world that I love, especially jazz music for the harmonic language. I would say I love classical music for the melodies. I love jazz for the harmony. And I love blues and rhythm and blues and jazz, for that matter, for the rhythm, the swing, and the playful nature of rhythm. So I think of music in terms of just those elements. It's really that simple. There's only 12 notes, and there's those 3 elements. And beyond that, it's about what your taste is, how to get a really beautiful tone out of your instrument, which has a lot to do with your touch. And the way to get a good touch is to refine your technique, which is all about staying relaxed and stretching, doing a lot of deliberate practice, really slowly. That's kind of the best way I can describe that question. And also getting a lot of experience playing with different people, different groups, different instruments. Accompanying a singer is a great exercise for a guitarist. So is working with other stringed instruments. And it's great to work with a piano also. It's really hard to keep in tune with a piano. You got to kind of tune the high strings sharp a little bit and the low strings flat a little bit, kind of change the temperament of the tuning a little bit. William says, how about something from Chet Atkins? I played a few Chet tunes already. Rewind and watch the Bye Blackbird. That's a great arrangement of that tune. Matt says, hey Joe, just interested, do you have to monitor the humidity in your studio? Not really. I don't do that currently, but if it gets really cold in the winter, and I'll usually put the guitars in cases with a little Ziploc bag with a damp paper towel in the Ziploc bag. It's pretty crude, but that works to just keep a little bit of humidity in the guitar case. Joey Harlan says, what's the worst show you ever played? Well, there's been a lot of really weird shows, but this one comes to mind because it was fairly recent. I got a gig. It was like my first gig after the pandemic, and it was up in Chicago area. And my booking agent sent through the offer, and it was a good, pretty well paid gig. And I'm like, okay, great, we'll go up to Chicago, play a gig. Life's good. It was an outdoor movie theater, and I was like, okay, that's great. And so I turned up there, and all they had was a flatbed truck, and they had a little like FM transmitter for me to plug into, so that people can listen to me play in their car through the car speakers. You know how you go to an outdoor cinema and you all tune into this radio frequency so you can hear the audio through your car speakers? Well, there were people sitting in their car trying to listen to me play through this little FM transmitter, and that was just a very, very bizarre experience. But the people were really nice. I felt bad that they weren't more organized with their technical situation, and I talked to my booking agent and I said, yeah, I'm just a bit out of shape with the whole concert experience at that point, because I really should have advanced and figured out what they were thinking. Linda says, just donated to your tip jar as a thank you for your incredible flow. It's classically perfection. I really appreciate that, Linda. Thank you. I really enjoy composing pieces like that, like flow, and I'm excited to get a few more under my belt and then record them. So many good questions here. How do you come up with such interesting melodies when songwriting? Well, I think it's just getting a bit of practice writing songs. You know, it's like the first song you write's probably not going to be very catchy, unless you're Jackson Browne and you write These Days, which is I think the first song he wrote when he was 16, and it's a beautiful song. But for most of us, the first songs we write will be so-so, but you just got to kind of keep pushing through and writing more and exercising the songwriting muscle, and eventually you'll get to come upon some catchy little things. I always have my voice memo on my phone, which is just a phone recorder, and I'll record a little idea here and there, and then I'll go back occasionally and I'll listen to a few different ideas, and I'll be like, oh, that one has some potential, and then I'll spend hours and hours and hours refining it and trying to make it just right. And that's really the hard part. I find that the inspiration is the easy part if you capture it when it's there, but the hard part is refining and finishing a song and getting it so that it just all makes sense and it tells the right story. And all the great songwriters I've talked to or read about or listened to interviews with, they all kind of speak about the same thing. Good writing is rewriting, and once you have a great idea, it's worth spending the time figuring out. It's like putting a puzzle together. You know, you need a great chorus, and you need a setup for it, and you might need a bridge, and you need an instrumental moment. With the way I play, I want to have some of my signature guitar themes in there, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So a few questions. One was, do I know Gabrielle, who's a brilliant guitar player? I don't know her personally, but I really admire her playing. I think she's wonderful. Over in Sweden. Do you know Marcel Dadi? I love Marcel's playing, but I don't know him personally. He would play songs like... Joey Harwin says, do you ever arrange a song to the point where it's unrecognizable? Not really. Personally, I don't know that I feel there's a big point to that. I might as well write another song. As if it's going to be unrecognizable, then it's kind of like you're just putting all this effort into something that no one even knows what it is. Do you know Kent Nishimura? I don't know Kent personally. Well, we have a mutual friend over in Japan, and I've told Kent how much I admire his playing because he is one of my favorite players, and we have a little connection there, but I haven't spoken with him directly. You might hear the rain out there. We got a thunderstorm brewing. Do you know Emil Ernebro? I do know Emil. He's a good friend of mine and a wonderful player and a wonderful person. I really hope we get to play together again soon. There's some videos of Emil and I playing together on YouTube. You can search for those. All right. I better wrap it up, everybody. Thanks very much for tuning into the stream today. There's a pretty severe thunderstorm coming here, so I'm going to shut off my studio so that I don't get struck by lightning through my in-ears monitors. That's always something I'm paranoid about. I'm not sure if it's possible. It's probably not. But anyway, I'm gonna let you all go. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for enjoying the music. Assuming you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to anybody who left a tip in the tip jar. The tip jar link again is just joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR. And you can go to my website and purchase CDs and vinyl records. If you use the coupon code STREAM, then you'll get 30% off. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good one.